We have also discussed about the blood bubbles. Okay. In the blood bubbles, we have discussed about the bicarbonate bubble system, phosphate bubble system, and respiratory mechanism also we have to discuss. We have also discussed about the renal mechanism. In the renal mechanism, we have discussed about excretion of H plus ion. Second thing is reabsorption of bicarbonate. Third thing is excretion of titratable acids. And fourth thing is
excretion of
ammonium ion. So today we will be seeing a short thing regarding the
आने वाले सर जरा शरण आपका
short thing regarding the acid base balance and the disorder. Acid base balance.
बना भी नहीं पड़ रहा
disorder balance disorder. Acid base balance and the disorder. Acid base balance and the disorder.
अभी बायोकेमिस्ट्री रहा यहाँ पर
Now these acid base balance disorder can be divided into two. That is acidosis and alkalosis. I have said to you that whenever the H plus ion concentration is going to get increased inside your body is going to move toward the acidity, and whenever the H plus ion is going to get decreased inside your body, then it will going to fertilize the alkalosis. Okay. Now these acidosis and alkalosis, depending on the parameter, can be divided into two. That is respiratory and metabolic. Here also it can be a respiratory metabolic. Okay. That means it will be, you should be writing along with me. So this thing will be considering as a acidosis. So respiratory acidosis, metabolic acidosis, respiratory alkalosis and metabolic alkalosis. There are different types of parameters are there. I have said to you that whenever you are going to do the analysis of ABG, ABG stand for arterial blood gas analysis. Arterial blood gas analysis. ठीक है? और not only the ABG in this mass modern era, we are also doing the VBG, venous blood gas analysis. But we are more concerned towards the arterial blood gas analysis. We are more concerned about the arterial blood gas analysis. We are more concerned about the arterial blood gas analysis. So they have given a different type of parameter. After doing the arterial blood gas analysis, we are going to get the parameters, and depending on the parameter, we are going to see and say that whether it is an acidosis or alkalosis. It is respiratory or metabolic. Carbon dioxide. You should be trying along with me for understanding a better concept. First thing we'll see the respiratory acidosis. Respiratory acidosis. Respiratory acidosis. If the pH is low, if you are going to see the pH scale, then the pH scale it is indicating the acidic thing. Here the bases. If the pH are getting low, you have taken the arterial blood gas analysis report and you have seen that the pH is low. If the pH is low, then it is indicating the acidity. Okay. Along with that, the carbon dioxide capacity is more. So we already know that if carbon dioxide will be more inside your body, it is responsible for the production of carbonic acid inside your body. So that is happening due to the respiratory mechanism. And third thing is the bicarbonate will be normal. In a given test results, if you have been seen the dropping of the pH, indicated acidosis. And acidosis we have divided into two, that is, it can be respiratory, it can be metabolic. So you need to see for the second parameter, that is partial carbon dioxide. Then you should be seeing that if it is increasing inside your body and bicarbonate is normal, then it is due to the respiratory channel. That type of thing will be called as a respiratory acidosis. ठीक है, very simple. Second thing is the respiratory alkalosis. Respiratory alkalosis. Respiratory alkalosis. Now if I am talking about the alkalosis, that means pH should be getting rise. ठीक है, the pH are getting rise. If pH are getting rise, your body will move to the basic things. That means your body is moving to the alkaline thing. ठीक है, along with the second parameter is that there will be the decrease in the carbon dioxide. So if there is decrease in the carbon dioxide, there will be a decrease in the bicarbonate, and there will be a decrease in the H plus ion. I don't want to repeat the cycle. Yesterday I have said you in detail how the bicarbonates undergo and associate into H plus ion and the bicarbonate. Now, the rest will also remain normal. So in the given thing, after seeing the ABC report, you have seen that alkalosis due to the rise in the pH, and there was a decrease in the carbon dioxide, and there is a normal in the bicarbonate. Then it is due to the respiratory channel. It is happening to the respiratory alkalosis. And there are certain diseases related to that. It is there in the third year. Only to understanding the concept of why it is respiratory and acidosis or alkalosis, depending on what type of parameters you are dividing and answering. Likewise, the second thing, it is the metabolic acidosis. Metabolic acidosis. Metabolic acidosis. Now, if we are talking about the acidosis, the pH should be low. First thing. Now, metabolic acidosis is nowhere concerned about the respiratory mechanism. ठीक है, respiratory channel से कोई उसका लेना देना नहीं है.
It will be normal.
So in this case, the carbon dioxide and these things will be normal. But bicarbonate buffer system उसका role रहता है उसके. The bicarbonates and other things will go into it. So in the cases of the acidosis, what is going to get happen? Bicarbonate in the base should be going down. If base is going down, your body will move to the acidic thing. That's the reason if base are getting down, you will able to see the fall in the pH. So in an ABC report, you have been seen that there is a fall in the pH. The carbon dioxide partial thing is normal, and there is a fall in the bicarbonate system. Then it is due to the metabolic acidosis. The problem is related to the kidney. Yeah, metabolic alkalosis. जी क्या हो रहा है metabolic alkalosis में? What is happening to the pH? pH should be increased. If the pH is increasing, then your body is moving to the basic level. Isn't it? Here there is no chance of respiratory mechanism. The respiratory mechanism is normal. So what is happening in the bicarbonate?
Increase.
It is going to get increased. So depending on these parameters, you are going to divide the respiratory mechanism and the metabolic mechanism. If you are talking about the metabolic mechanism over there, that means that you are describing the renal function of your body over there. Mostly, most specifically. So in the respiratory acidosis, respiratory alkalosis, you need to only to understand that whenever you are talking about the respiratory mechanism, you are involving the carbon dioxide. Whenever you are describing the metabolic mechanism, you are involving the bicarbonate. Okay, point one. Point two is that acidosis when is going to get happen, obviously when the carbon dioxide is going to get increased inside your body, it is leading to the formation of carbonic acid. That's the reason it is called as a increase as well as decrease in the pH leading to the acidosis. That's the reason it is called as respiratory acidosis. Whereas you can see in the respiratory alkalosis, the pH is getting rise. If pH is getting rise, that means it is moving to the basic phase. आपकी body इसकी तरफ move हो रही, it is moving to the alkaline phase. And vice versa, the carbon dioxide production has been got low inside your body. So if carbon dioxide production has been get low inside your body, there is no chance of producing the carbonic acid. So your body will move into the basic phase. Okay. Other channels भी, other factors भी है. There are other factors also there, as well as on other factors. But I am avoiding that thing in order to maintain this thing in a very clear concept. When you are going to reach the third year, we will discussing that thing in detail. ठीक है, the other factors are also there. But आपको सिर्फ समझ में आना what do you mean by the respiratory acidosis and alkalosis, metabolic acidosis and alkalosis. Sometimes have been asked 3 marks question, acid base balance and disorders. Then you need to write this diagram. Okay. So today we will be winding up with that thing, starting with a new topic, that is NPN, non-protein nitrogenous substances. Starting with NPN. Non-protein nitrogenous substances. NPN. Non-protein nitrogen. ठीक है, non-protein nitrogen. Generally, whenever we are discussing about the protein, other things we have been said that one end will be the amino end will going to have the nitrogen in them. जैसे अगर एक प्रोटीन का अगर आप स्ट्रक्चर देखें, अगर एक स्ट्रक्चर देखें तो एक एंड उसका कार्बोक्सिल एंड रहता है, दूसरा एंड उसका amine end रहता है. So it is going to have the nitrogen in them. So we used to say that there are certain things are there, the protein should be having the nitrogen in them. But there are certain components are there which is not going to fall in the category of the protein. But even though they are having the nitrogen thing inside their body. Okay, well, what I am trying to say, this is the general formula for the any kind of protein. ठीक है, one end will be the carboxyl and the another end will be the amine. In the amine end there will be the nitrogen thing will going to get present. This is general concept for understanding the protein. But there are other substances are there. Might be they are not having the carboxyl thing, but they are going to have the nitrogen thing. Non-protein nitrogen. That means they are not protein, but even though they are carrying the nitrogen in them. There are certain substances are there inside your body. What do you mean by the non-protein nitrogen substances? There are certain substances, there are certain end products are there inside your body which is not fulfilling the category to fall in the category of protein, even though they are having the nitrogen in them. So those kind of substances will be called as a non-protein nitrogenous substances. Okay. They are not going to fulfill all the requirements for the protein. So the non-protein nitrogenous substances are urea, creatinine, uric acid, enzyme peptide. ठीक है, यूरिया, क्रियाटिनिन, यूरिक एसिड and peptide. Urea, creatinine, uric acid are the end products. There are other peptides are also there which is falling in the category of non-protein nitrogenous substances. But mainly we will be focusing, if I am talking about the non-protein nitrogenous substances, then I must be talking about the urea, creatinine, uric acid mostly. And these are all are the end product of the protein metabolisms. End product of the protein metabolism. ठीक है? End product of the protein metabolism. Now the NPN concentration is nearly about 20 to 40 milligrams per deciliter inside your body. 20 to 40 milligrams per deciliter inside your body. The concentration. Okay. One more important point. Urea molecular weight, it's nearly about 60. Urea molecular weight, it's nearly about 60. If you are going to see the molecular weight of the urea, it will going to having 60. Half of this weight is going to contributed by half of weight. It's contributed by nitrogen. Half of the weight is contributed by the nitrogen, mostly the 2 nitrogen atoms. What the author wants to say that अगर एक यूरिया है जिसका वेट 60 है तो इसका हाफ कितना हुआ 30. So half of this is going to contributed by the 2 nitrogen atoms. Half of it is going to get contributed by the 2 nitrogen atoms. Okay. 2 nitrogen. So urea is a NPN. It is an NPN, non-protein nitrogen. It is not a protein. Even though they are having that nitrogen thing inside them. That's the reason we are calling that thing is a nitrogen. So the molecular weight for the urea is 60. And half of this, nearly half of it is about 30. That is where going to be the weight of that urea is going to get given by the 2 nitrogen atoms. So we can say that if you are going to take the blood urea nitrogen can be the half NPN.
हाफ NPN.
If I am talking about ये NPN है ना जी, blood urea is the NPN, creatinine is the NPN, uric acid is the NPN. ठीक है? If I am talking only about the nitrogen, blood urea nitrogen, I specified. Okay, blood urea nitrogen. I am not talking about the whole urea. I want to know only the blood urea nitrogen, the weight. So whatever the urea you are going to get, half of it will be the nitrogen. So we can say that blood urea nitrogen is the half NPN. समझ में आई बात आपको? Very easy. What I am trying to say, urea ये आपका क्या है? It is NPN. It is falling in the category of NPN. If I want to know the nitrogen weight, how much the nitrogen is present in them, I have already given you the definition that half of that weight is going to produce by the nitrogen, half is going to contributed by the nitrogen. So if I want to know only about the nitrogen present in the urea which is present in the blood, that means it is representing the half NPN. So blood urea nitrogen will be having the half NPN value. So infusion it was very easy. Blood urea nitrogen. We are not talking about other substances. We are talking only about the nitrogen. That means half. Okay. Are you with me? See me, Lali. Blood urea nitrogen. Now there are certain normal values are there. I want you to write somewhere or other way. It will be easy for you because in the 3 marks and 2 marks repeatedly it has been asked. In the serum, creatinine milligrams per deciliter. Creatinine it's about 1 milligram per deciliter. Uric acid. Uric acid is having about 3.527 milligrams per deciliter. creatinine in urine. In the urine, the creatinine will be around milligrams per deciliter. And creatinine will be 1 to 2 grams per deciliter. ठीक है, ये नॉर्मल वैल्यू आपको याद करने की जरूरत है because repeatedly it has been asked in the 3 marks. What is the normal value of the serum creatinine? What is the normal value of the urine creatinine? And what is the normal value of the टू टू थ्री किसका है क्लास?
खाली है क्लास में।
2 to 3 हम लेते हैं ना
फिर से
यूरिया साइकिल अभी 1 हो रहा है, 1 है स्पोर्ट्स, ठीक है, इधर ही बैठे हैं। So today's class of our first part we have seen that acid base balance and disorder, and we have said that we can divide it into acidosis and alkalosis. ठीक है, acidosis और alkalosis में metabolic acidosis and metabolic alkalosis, respiratory acidosis and respiratory alkalosis. And we have given the table to that, and we have said that depending on the different type of parameters, by seeing that parameters we can say that what type of acidosis or alkalosis which is there, respiratory or metabolic. Okay, as well as we have been seeing the non-protein nitrogenous substances. Again I am saying to you, there are certain products are there inside your body which is not going to fulfill all the parameters to call them as a protein, even though they are going to carry the nitrogen in them. So those kind of special product has been given a new category that will be called as a non-protein nitrogenous substances. Is it to remember? ठीक है, प्रोटीन नहीं है स्ट्रक्चर लेकिन फिर भी उसमें नाइट्रोजन है, non-protein nitrogenous substances. Now these non-protein nitrogenous substances are the urea, creatine, creatinine, uric acid, and there are certain peptides and other things also involved. Now urea, creatine and creatinine, uric acids are the end products of the protein metabolism. End products of the protein metabolism. Nearly, if I am talking about the NPN, if I am talking about, I will be talking about all the things, then it is nearly about 20 to 40 milligrams per deciliter it's going to produce inside the body. Specifically, there are other things are also there. ठीक है, urea, in the urea we are saying that the molecular weight for the urea is 60 and half of the urea weight is going to get contributed by the nitrogen, 2 nitrogen atom is present in that. So there are certain tests are also there, blood urea nitrogen, blood urea nitrogen. That means that urea which is present in the blood, what is the concentration of nitrogen present in them? ठीक है, so blood urea nitrogen it is going to be having the half of the NPN. Blood urea nitrogen एक अलग चीज है, urea खाली एक NPN. So half of that will be called as the blood urea nitrogen. And there are certain important values for the creatinine and creatinine and other things should also there. Okay, you have the lunch quickly. Soon you are going to have the lunch. Come back at 2. We will be discussing urea cycle. ठीक है.